When the odds are all stacked against you, most people would just quit or find an easier route, but not this woman. Facing the struggles of prejudice, illness, being a first-time single mom, she went through it all and she stood tall and proud through it all. She overcame all her challenges and accomplished all her goals. I have the honor to present this award to the woman I admire most, whom I have the privilege to call my mom, Flor Vasquez. She's always told me nothing good ever comes easy. And with her story, you'll see that it was very true in her case. Today, I'd like to tell you about her story, some challenges she faced, and all her accomplishments she's been able to achieve. My mother came to this country when she was 18 years old. I have an image here. She's the one in the plaid. She came here with her family with nothing and in hopes for a better life. The first challenge she faced in this country was finding a job to pay fair wage. Due to the language barrier, she would get hired but be paid much less than what she deserved, the minimum wage. A couple years later, when she was 26, she became pregnant. The father was not in the picture, so it was very difficult for her to take care of both herself and I. When I was around 8 years old, my mother started a company for herself, a cleaning company here in the town of Payson, Arizona. A year later, she was diagnosed with something called Fisher syndrome. Here, if you'd like to pause and read this, in short terms, she was just paralyzed and could not move most of her body. After she was paralyzed for 3 months, and this is a picture of her 6 months later when she was finally able to learn how to walk and talk again. My mother has gone through much more that I have not included in this video, and specifically this time was very difficult for both her and I. It had always been just my mother and I, and it was very scary to think that I could lose her. I was only 9 years old at the time, and I was terrified. Though all the odds were stacked against her, she stood tall and proud and accomplished all of her goals. In the left-hand corner, you'll see my grandma. My grandpa doesn't like to take pictures, but he's also in the picture. She has always told me that them and I are her greatest motivation to be the best version of herself. She has worked non-stop since she recovered to build the company, and now is well known in Payson. She has had her company for 11 years and is very successful. Her goal was always to be able to take care of them, and with her company she has been able to do that. She's financially responsible for them and has been able to give them all of the needs and attentions they need. Though she was faced with many challenges throughout her life, and all the odds were stacked against her, she overcame everything that came towards her, and that is why it is my honor to present her with the award for the strongest woman I know. Thank you for listening. This is my reference for the definition of Miller-Fisher syndrome.